Hello, I'm DK Singh. This is my colleague Sourav Barman. In this Lok Sabha election, there was one seat in Assam which was drawing national attention because it became a battle of prestige between the Assam Chief Minister and the Congress candidate from there, Gaurav Gogoi. Gaurav is here with us.
Thank you.
Let's hear from him. How stiff was the challenge? It was called Assam Cabinet versus Gaurav Gogoi.
Well, on paper, DK, it was a stiff election. The last two Lok Sabha elections, the Congress party lost by a margin over 1 lakh and close to a lakh in the last election. And in the last assembly election, we've won only 2 MLA constituencies out of the 10 that roughly existed at that point of time. So on paper, it looked like an extremely difficult election. We didn't have the organizational base. I certainly did not have the time because my constituency was a different constituency and I had only 30 days to prepare for this election. I literally was told on March 11th when the CEC took place, where am I contesting from in the first phase that was going to poll. But if on paper, very tough, but if you look at the victory margins, it turned out to be a
1.4 lakh.
1.44 lakh votes. So it turned out to be a very easy election also. It doesn't seem to be a contest. And I think that's how I felt. Everywhere I went, there were people coming up to me and say, Dada Sinta no koribo, which translates to, Dada, don't worry. You're going to win. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to vote for you. You're going to win. Don't worry. Don't stress. And of course, I put in the effort. My party put in the effort. Priyanka ji came. And then the result was much more than I expected. I expected to win by, literally 1/4 of the margin that I got. And I've got much more than I expected.
Why was it being seen as a contest between Gaurav Gogoi and Himanta Biswa?
Well, I didn't make it like that. For me, the election was about people of Assam. At the time of election, the voter deserves to hear what the government has done for the past 5 years and what any political party will do for the next 5 years. So for me, it was about, understanding the issues of Jorhat, outlining my vision for Jorhat, and meeting a cross-section of people from Jorhat to identify what their burning issues are. So for me, it was never against someone or a particular person. Why did it became in media? That's for BJP to answer. Because I saw the Chief Minister doing massive rallies and padyatras.
Did he camp there for 20 days or 15, 20 days, I'm told?
He did, but more importantly, when he was doing these massive yatras and rallies, his own BJP candidate was not seen with him. The BJP candidate, a senior BJP leader, was isolated and alienated by his own party. He was in some remote corner doing some small meeting, nukkad meeting, and the Chief Minister was doing padyatras, rallies, and I don't know why this was such so. So I expect a typical BJP campaign to be, very well defined, very well structured, very well aggressive and substantive. And all I got was a disintegrated, meaningless, clueless campaign which only focused on vilifying me personally. So I credit the BJP Chief Minister for being my star campaigner. Thanks to him and the way his 2 ministers campaigned, I thought I had only one star campaigner coming in my campaign, which was Shri Priyanka Gandhi ji. But now I see I had a lot of star campaigners, but they were from the BJP. So I keep telling to people in Assam that I do hope that the Chief Minister of Assam and his close ministerial colleagues keep coming to my constituency, and I invite them to come every month to my constituency. And I said, please don't come on your own. Come with your right, your 2 people on your left and your right whom you trust the most. And I invite them to come and visit my part of Assam on a regular basis.
So the public perception was there was something personal about this entire contest. Was it because you went after his wife's company? You made certain allegations that, Rinki Bhuiya's company had taken subsidy from the central government. She even sued you, didn't she?
So I think what was more important was the Chief Minister's own plan for his political future. he had outlined in the media that he wants to contest the next assembly election from Jorhat. Right now, he is contesting from a seat near Guwahati. And 2 years from now, he says he wants to come to Jorhat. So I think he was laying the foundations of his political future in Jorhat. But unfortunately, people of Jorhat have closed the door on him. And now, most recently, he's saying that he's not sure whether he'll come to Jorhat or not. He's saying that only if the party says he will go, and it will be a tough election for him. So in the end, it was never a matter of personal. I think people took ownership.
But it has always been personal. I mean, right after you entered politics, I mean, his equations with your father, late Tarun Gogoi, went sour. And gradually it kept building up and he quit the party. So it was always personal in your case.
I don't think so. I'm very grateful to Shri Rahul Gandhi ji for meeting Himanta Biswa Sarma and understanding that he is not a true Congressee and therefore does not deserve to lead the Congress party in any state, forget Assam. Because we've seen the kind of remarks that Himanta Biswa Sarma has been making. Those are not the remarks a Congress person would make anywhere, even after joining the BJP. So I'm grateful to Rahul Gandhi to identify the character, the true character of Himanta Biswa Sarma. His own colleague in BJP in Assam call him a migratory bird. And I can tell you if today the BJP had lost majority, he would be the first party to ditch the BJP. For the same reasons why he ditched the Congress. Because there are cases, there are allegations of his family buying properties left, right and center across Assam. In fact, everybody in Assam knows how he is acquiring properties, gaining assets, and all with the political blessing of someone powerful sitting in Delhi, a powerful union minister, who is giving political protection to Himanta Biswa Sarma because that person or someone in his household also has a commercial interest in Assam.
If I can come in here, ever since you came out on top in Jorhat, we have seen, very rare voices of dissent coming out in Assam BJP. So can we expect a reverse migration from the BJP to the Congress?
See, those who are voicing their dissent are hardcore BJP leaders.
Two BJP MLAs, in fact.
Two BJP MLAs, two former party presidents, one former central union minister. They have gone through RSS AVVP. So these are the original BJP who could have left the BJP when our party was in power in Assam or in Delhi. But even then they remained amongst the few who stood with BJP. They did not join the AGP also when the regional party was in power with Vajpayee. These are the true hardcore dedicated BJP. They are the ones who are voicing their dissent. So I don't expect them to ever leave the BJP. I think what they are saying is the accurate picture. That the BJP today in Assam is being led by people who joined the BJP only to continue the behavior of acquiring properties, assets, buying tea estates, building resorts, buying land near bridges, giving preference to certain contractors who are building huge flyovers in Guwahati. It is only, unfortunately, the leadership in BJP has no ideological affiliation towards the BJP. They are just simply riding the wave of power. And the day this NDA alliance leaves, for the very same reasons that they have to hide themselves from future investigations, will motivate them to ditch the BJP in the future. I challenge the Chief Minister of Assam, if he's so ideologically committed, to say that irrespective of whether NDA is in power or out of power, he will never leave the BJP. I challenge him to say that, and I give you a written guarantee he will not say it.
He is one of the most powerful BJP leaders in the country today. I mean, why are you saying this? Why would he leave?
Well, that is the problem of the BJP leadership today, that they give more weightage to people who have inducted from outside, and they have totally alienated their ideological base. They have totally alienated and isolated the original BJP leaders, and whether it is in Maharashtra or whether it is in Uttar Pradesh or now in Assam, you are seeing the ramifications. It is it is for the BJP leadership to decide. And I think it has hurt them in Karnataka in the last assembly elections, and it continues to hurt them.
Are you trying to instigate BJP leaders or what?
I'm just pointing out and repeating what BJP leaders themselves are saying. I am not in touch with these former party presidents or former senior BJP MLAs. I am just pointing out to you, because if I say it, then it would sound politically motivated. It is the BJP old guard saying this. So, and it's so unfortunate, DK, that these are some of the most senior-most BJP leaders. And you might have a difference of opinion with them, but they deserve to be treated with respect. But the kind of language that the Chief Minister of Assam and his ministerial colleagues, who are much more younger in age, kind of language they are using against these senior leaders. One of them had to come to Delhi, a former union minister came to Delhi to complain to Amit Shah ji that, this is the kind of insult, and nothing was done. So it continues. So I feel, I might professionally, I have a different viewpoint than these BJP leaders, but everybody deserves to be treated with respect, specifically within your own party.
Gaurav, your sympathy with BJP leaders is so touching. Anyway, let me ask you about the serious allegations you had made against the Chief Minister's wife. She sued you, right?
Yes.
So what's happening in that case?
Well, all what are the sole purposes of these defamation cases, DK? The sole purpose of these defamation cases is to shut down any discussion or debate. That's the sole purpose. Otherwise, if they could not use it politically. They could not use it to gain any vote of sympathy. Everybody knows there is no smoke without fire. And in this case, there is fire. Assam right now is being bought up by the Chief Minister and his family. And in this particular case, there's umpteen records. So all these defamation, if there's a defamation case filed by Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma or his wife in any matter related to property or asset, you've hit the nail on its head.
Tell me something. Your father always opposed any tie-up with Badruddin Ajmal. Last time you didn't really work for you. Now the Congress candidate beating him by over 10 lakh votes in Dhubri. What did it show?
It shows that how the people of Dhubri have identified a party which is only putting that community at risk by practicing communal politics. And it is the wisdom of the people of that Lok Sabha that they have ended communal politics. And I think communal forces only strengthen each other. So an AIUDF only strengthens BJP RSS, and a BJP RSS only strengthen a communal party like AIUDF. So what the people of Dhubri have done, which is they have finished one half of this communal nexus that operates in Assam. And what the people in Jorhat have done is like they have defeated the other half of the communal nexus. So if in Dhubri, Rakibul Hussain ji and the voters of Dhubri have voted out Maulana Ajmal Sahab, in Jorhat, the people of Jorhat have voted against the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, all of which taken together has a huge political impact on the assembly elections 2 years from now. We are still 3, mind you. We were 3 in 2019 and we are 3 now. But this 3 has a much more sweeter taste than the 3 of 2019.
So how do you read, the performance of the BJP and its allies in states like Manipur, Nagaland, Meghalaya, and we can already see, voices coming out from those allies saying how they have suffered due to the fact that they were allies of the BJP and its politics.
Sourav, I'm so surprised by the BJP campaign. Having seen them, since 2014, 2019, in different assembly elections, it was one of the most dispirited, clueless, confused, impactless, meaningless BJP campaign. In 2014, people in Assam were talking about Prime Minister Modi. In 2019, people were talking about Prime Minister Modi. Nobody in Jorhat or in Assam was talking about Prime Minister Modi. It was a very local election with local issues, local factors, state level issues dominating. And look at Uttar Pradesh, for example. People of Varanasi were giving a resounding mandate to the Congress candidate. Prime Minister was trailing in many rounds in his own constituency. Had we put in 100% effort, Prime Minister Modi would have lost in Varanasi. Look at contrast Varanasi with Raebareli. Over 3 lakh margin in a state which is a BJP double engine with a very popular chief minister, allegedly so, and a strong prime minister who is from a representative of that state. People of Raebareli have made Rahul Gandhi a bigger hero than Prime Minister Modi. So I was extremely surprised because I was preparing myself, because it's a new constituency, for a aggressive, structured, meaningful, tactful, deliberate, comprehensive, all-out BJP assault. And what I got was nothing. So I was extremely surprised. Prime Minister Modi was not a talking point. His remarks were not a talking point. All this Mangal Sutra and all this was not a talking point. The Chief Minister was a talking point, but as I said, he only damaged his party prospects and ended up benefiting more. I would have maybe won with a smaller margin had he and his colleagues not campaigned as
when I was in
extensively.
Jorhat, I could clearly see that you have a lot of traction. Your campaign has a lot of traction in the urban areas, among intellectuals and the urban elites. How did you manage to make inroads in the tea areas, in tea estates, among the tea workers?
You see, I did not, as I said, I did not have time. And it was a new area. So how else would I know who my grassroots workers are if I did not crisscross across the length and breadth of my constituency by doing smaller rallies, 20-25 rallies per day, instead of focusing on 4-5 big rallies, which was their style of campaigning. So that's why I think we just, covered a lot more ground, met the right people, took feedback if you were doing wrong, made the right alliances at the local level, all of which played a role that in urban areas, as you say, where Congress traditionally doesn't do well compared to BJP, we ended up doing well. And especially in the tea garden areas where the BJP made inroads, we have done extremely well. And one of the factors in the tea garden areas was the political demotion of the tea garden community in this 2024 BJP campaign. There was a BJP Central Minister of State, a 2-term MP from Dibrugarh, whose ticket was cut just because he did not ally himself with Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. And the tea garden felt that. Even now, I'm happy that there are 2 major communities getting ministerial berths, but certainly the tea garden community, which was once a community that supported Congress and has gone en masse, certainly deserves representation. And I'm disappointed that the tea garden community finds no representation in this government, where they were doing so for the previous 2 governments.
Now, coming to Saurav's previous question, Congress winning both Lok Sabha seats in Manipur, Nagaland seat where you do not even have a single MLA, Meghalaya seat, did it come as a surprise to you?
No, I think the Bharat Jodo Yatra really helped. And I must give credit to the Congress party and Shri Rahul Gandhi ji for never forgetting Manipur. Everybody else in Delhi, in sitting in government, have forgotten Manipur. They feel that Manipur is resolved. There's still violence going on. People are still displaced. Children are still losing parents. There's a community, people have not even seen many people have not seen their parents. They can't go back. But Rahul Gandhi ji went to Manipur. Manipur was the plank of our no confidence motion. Rahul Gandhi ji went again to Manipur. We started our Bharat Jodo Yatra there. We came to Nagaland. And in Nagaland is when I think the voices of dissatisfaction that was present against the NEDA dispensation found a vehicle, a platform in the Congress party. And I think the more the Congress party and the leadership spend time in the Northeast, the more people would come towards us because they're dissatisfied. Look at Meghalaya. The NEDA have lost both seats, Shillong and Tura. And Tura is the bastion of the chief ministers. In Assam, they've lost Jorhat despite the chief minister campaigning so vigorously. So, the Northeast, I feel ever since Bharat Jodo Yatra, we have seen a resurgence. We go to elections 2 years from now, and we have to capitalize on our gains to, to form governments in 2026.
I was listening to the Chief Minister, Himanta Sharma. He was saying that, to quote him, a particular religion worked against the NDA, a particular religion worked against the government. And his exact quote was that that particular religion was not interfering in politics earlier, it did this time.
And if I may add, when I was in Nagaland, it's a fact that the Nagaland Baptist Church Council actually put out a statement criticizing the BJP, equating it with, it accused the BJP of spreading extremist ideas. So do you think such interventions from the church is healthy?
This is the approach of the BJP across India. In Nagaland and Meghalaya, they're blaming one religion. In Assam, they're blaming another religion. In Ayodhya and UP, they're blaming a third religion. Everyone is getting blamed except the BJP taking responsibility. They're blaming the people of Ayodhya. They're blaming the people of Dhubri. They're blaming the people of Nagaland. So they have spared no religion in finding fault. And I think the BJP therefore has not heard what the people of India wanted them to listen. People of India wanted them to learn a lesson in humility, to introspect. And the BJP, with its aloofness and arrogance, continues to remain disconnected from what the people want to say. So, the people of India have been very wise, and the BJP simply refused to learn the right lessons.
Well, in this election, you won 99 seats. Now, with the independent MP, you'll be touching three digits. Of course, it was a vote against the BJP. I mean, they lost the majority. But you got only 99 seats. So, all your celebrations, I mean, aren't you going overboard?
I think we remain very grounded. We take this as a mission half done. Our mission was to safeguard Indian democracy, constitution, and empower the weaker sections of society. That reorientation of the Congress mission has come largely from Rahul Gandhi ji. Democracy, constitution, caste census, Agniveer. This became the talking points not only in elite Delhi circles, but in the bylanes of Varanasi also. And those continue to be our focus point, both within the parliament, in the states going to elections this year, as well as on the streets. So, we understand that from doing a Chintan Shivir in 2022, where the party was at its nadir, where Sonia Gandhi ji in her plenary speech said, we will overcome, not once, twice, but 3 times, to re-galvanize the mood. From the first Bharat Jodo Yatra, where the BJP and many political experts sitting in Delhi thought it would remain popular only till Kerala and become a flop in North India, to this election, where the vote share of BJP has declined in North India, and where in the states going to elections, Maharashtra, Haryana, the Congress party has done so well. I think we've come a long way. We have the right to celebrate our achievement from the 2022 Udaipur Chintan Shivir. We have to celebrate that Indian democracy is being talked about across the world, that people of India have given a lesson in humility to supposedly a very popular Prime Minister and a powerful Prime Minister. And we remain committed in the days to come to adhere to our mission, both within the parliament and in the states going to election.
In the last Lok Sabha, you established yourself as this outspoken parliamentarian and also as the deputy leader of the Lok Sabha of the party, floor leader of the Congress party in the Lok Sabha. So now we have seen this chorus coming out of the party for elevating Rahul Gandhi to the post of the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha. And it's been 2 days since the CWC passed a resolution. Is that happening? What is the chatter in the party? Is he willing to take it up?
You see, the party owes a lot to Rahul Gandhi. Because in the 2022 Udaipur Chintan Shivir, we said, no, the party needs to be out on the streets and we need to do yatras. Rahul Gandhi was the one who walked 4,500 kilometers and few of his colleagues. It's not an easy task. And he did it because the party asked of him. Then once the yatra concluded, it gained such popularity that people and the party said, no, do another yatra. And he said, fine, I'll take up that responsibility. And he did a yatra from Manipur to Mumbai, where many political leaders, fearing ED investigations, have joined the BJP and have gotten ministerial berths, and some may not have got what they wanted. Rahul Gandhi ji faced the ED onslaught head on. His membership was disqualified. His house was taken from some Delhi leaders. Their residence is also very important because they've grown flowers in their backyard or they've lived in that address for many years. He lost his house also, but he still faced head on. He has taken the most vicious, most well-funded, most orchestrated media campaign to vilify him and mock him. And yet he is accessible to journalists every day through his press conferences, and he is accessible to questions wherever they are, whether in a university abroad or here in the streets of Old Delhi where he goes to have food. So the party has asked above and beyond of him, and he has always given more than what we've expected. We didn't expect him to walk, but he walked. Today, we are again asking him to take another responsibility for the party, for democracy. He's the only one who's talking about the NEET exam. Which other, you tell me, where else is the NEET exam and the scandal being talked about? But he's talking about it. He made Agniveer an issue right till 2024. He's made caste census right till this election. So we are again asking him for all these, the way he has faced these challenges and endured and persevered and led Congress party philosophically, even strategically, our positioning, our narrative. A lot goes to him along with Khargeji and others. But again, we are asking of him something a lot, and we wait for his reply. I only hope that those in media, and I'm not alluding to any particular entity or this platform, I'm only using your platform to express my view of the media, that I only hope that the media, understands what the people of Raebareli have already understood, and people of Kerala have already understood, or the people of Manipur have already understood. And certain sections, I say old media, the new media have understood. I'm not brandishing media with one brand. New media have understood. The ones who accurately pointed that in UP BJP is going down, in Maharashtra is going down. They are the ones who accurately pointed. New media is in sync with the realities of today. It is the old media who thought UP is 70 plus for the BJP, Rahul Gandhi ji. After exit polls, they were saying that they should go, he should do something, take a retirement. They've been calling for retirement for God knows since when. I think it's for the old media to be in sync with the realities of today. And I do hope that their frame, becomes much more attuned and for them to change.
Tell me about your strategy now in the coming parliament session. Because there's been a lot of acrimony between the two sides all through these 5 years. Is it going to change this time? Are you rethinking your strategy?
I don't think the BJP is going to change till the time Prime Minister Modi is heading the government. The Prime Minister's approach to the parliament, to democracy is not going to change. So, will they learn that lesson in humility? It doesn't seem so from their remarks. He touched the constitution during after the 2019 elections also, and then in the last session leading up to 2024, 146 MPs got suspended. So I don't expect, this question, if you were to put it on to the BJP, who are running the government, I don't expect them to change. So I expect the parliament to be combative, and it's necessary. If there is a force on the other side which is bent on subverting parliament, on undermining parliament, on subverting the constitution, then they deserve, and India deserves, for that force to be matched with a counter force that is willing to protect the parliament's traditions of India, democracy and the constitution.
At the NDA meet, the Prime Minister said what he misses is that there is no debate or discussion in Parliament.
There is no debate and discussion in his own cabinet. When he comes up with demonetization, his cabinet is not taken into confidence. When he comes up with a scheme on Agniveer, there is no discussion within the higher echelons of the military armed forces or the cabinet. So therefore, debate and discussion are alien concepts to the Prime Minister. He prefers one-way traffic, and therefore, whether now in a government where he needs to depend much more on his allies and be able to listen to the positions of the JDU vis-a-vis Agniveer, or listen to the demands of the TDP regarding special status, does he have that open, inclusive approach that former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had or late Prime Minister Vajpayee had? I doubt it. And therefore, I've said in media many times, I doubt if the Prime Minister can complete 5 years as the Prime Minister of the India
I know
government.
you have not had any deliberations within the party, but the agenda, your agenda for the next session. But what should we expect? What would be your first demand?
I think the first thing that we need to talk about is what happened with the NEET. It is absolutely frightening because there's an entire industry which is around coaching. There's an entire industry around examination centers. There is so much of money which is being leaving the hands of families as they pay for either tuitions or hostels or for flying their children from one city to another, and this is what we got. So I think we've sacrificed the future of our children, and we cannot afford to do that. We must talk about NEET. If you ask me personally, NEET is what happened with NEET. There needs to be a proper, transparent, time-bound reply of this government. Surely there are other things to talk about, such as how is it possible that the Prime Minister of this country and the Home Minister of this country and the Finance Minister of this country is giving investment advice to the people on the base around when exit polls. That, I believe, is unprecedented, and a lot of middle income families and a lot of ordinary investors, DK, lost a lot of money when the stock market crashed. It's not about that the stock market bounced back. A stock market should not be erratic. A stock market in investment decisions or advice should not come from the highest office of this country. Certainly not from the Prime Minister, Home Minister, or Finance Minister. And I think many ordinary middle-class investors lost a lot of money on that day. And I think that needs to be talked about and deliberated.
So one last question, the CWC resolution also spoke about how the performance of the Congress party in this election has put it on the path of revival. But surely it's a long haul. It's not going to happen overnight. So do you think there should be some structural changes in the party going ahead? And if you think there should be some changes, what are those changes?
I think we need to take the right lessons so that we can prioritize with the limited resources, and limited time that we have, and prepare the right plan. And one of the lessons that we must take and be grateful for is the collective leadership of Sri Mallikarjun Kharge ji, Rahul Gandhi ji, the sheer force of nature that Sri Priyanka Gandhi ji is as the perfect counterfoil to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the organizational acumen of K.C. Venugopal ji, and the sheer brilliance of our treasurer, Ajay Makan ji, who ran an election campaign with two hands tied behind his back because the election accounts were frozen. And the communication discipline of Shri Jairam Ramesh ji and his team, because we stuck to our issues. And it is our issues that dominated the campaign and not what either Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma was saying or what Prime Minister was saying or what the Home Minister was saying. So we have to take the right lessons from this election and we have to take it forward. In the run-up to this election, Kharge ji, Rahul ji met every state unit to identify what are areas to work upon, and that's what we need to do. Not only focus on elections going states in 2024, but also the election going states of 2025 and 2026. We've made significant gains in Punjab. We've made significant gains in the Northeast, Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland. All of them go to elections in 2026. My state of notwithstanding Assam in 2026. So we have to take the right lessons.
Haryana and Maharashtra.
And Haryana and Maharashtra obviously are coming up. Haryana, Maharashtra, Jammu, Kashmir, Jharkhand are coming up this year. So we have to take the right lessons. So my only view is that in terms of election preparedness, look at states going to elections, not only in this year, over the next 2 years also. And for different stages, we have to plan accordingly. And for different states, we have to plan accordingly.
Gaurav, before we wind up, just one last question. I have read you love dancing. I'm sure after Jorhat results, you might have danced. I don't know. And if you did, nobody could grudge you.
No, I was dancing throughout. I was dancing on the day of my nomination rally. I was dancing with the voters. Thankfully, Bihu, which is a traditional festival where people dance, that fell right in the end of my campaign. So I danced with them. So I've been dancing, singing, and taking selfies throughout the campaign. I think I spoke less and spent more time dancing, taking photographs with the voters, and therefore it became although I said the toughest election mentally and emotionally in my political career and the toughest moment of my professional career, and a time when I needed my father to listen to his sage advice. I didn't have him to be surrounded with so much love and affection and then come up with a thumping margin. It was both the toughest and the easiest and most enjoyable moment of my life.
Why I talked about your dancing is, you have had the better of Himanta Biswa Sarma this time. But in Assam, you're still, I won't say on the downslide, but still the BJP looks pretty strong and Himanta Biswa Sarma still looks popular. So,
as I said, we were 3 in 2019 and we were 3 in 2024. But Jorhat and Dibrugarh and the way we have fought in other seats also all point to a declining trend of the BJP, whether it's the state leadership or the national leadership. So much of the BJP depends on the aura of invincibility that Prime Minister Modi enjoys. So much of the BJP owe their rise in different states to the aura of Prime Minister. They are alienating the local cadres. They are insulting their original leaders. They are inducting people who have come for a particular reason, not for any ideological reasons, but only to gain wealth or escape from an investigation. The larger trend for BJP, if they continue in this manner, is what we've seen in 2024 in Uttar Pradesh.
all right, Gaurav, thank you very much for sparing time for us.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you.